Hello my people, welcome back again to this channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. So guys, let's dig deep into what we have for today. Terror in Kwara State. Like bandits strike three communities, adoption, death and fear grip the north. In what can only be described as a coordinated troubling assault, terror returned once again to Kwara North as armed bandits struck three communities under the Lafaji Emirates, leaving behind fear, death, and destruction. So, on Saturday night, while most residents were settling in for the night, the peace was shattered. Armed bandits launched simultaneous attack on the Igugu and Eco villages. These were not random raids, they were well-planned, strategic invasions that exposed the growing reach and boldness of criminal gangs in the region. Now, the gunmen stormed the Ebubu community, targeting a well-known businessman, which is named Alhaji Yahoo, a prominent phone dealer. Eyewitness said the bandits came fully armed, surrounded the area, and whisked him away in a terrifying operation. The community was left helpless and afraid, with no security presence to stop the attack. Next was Guyu Dadi from the gang moved to Guyudadi. Their target was Alhaji Mani, another high-profile figure, but when they couldn't find him at home, they abducted his wife instead. Locals say the gang acted with confidence, suggesting they had inside information and possibly local collaborators. Then simultaneously, Eco Village was under siege. Here, the attack turned deadly. One person was killed on the spot, and another resident was abducted. The identity of the victim has not been released yet, but the emotional damage is already deep. These coordinated attacks are not isolated incidents, they are part of a pattern of increasing insecurity in Kwara North. Residents are now living in constant fear, and they are afraid to sleep with both eyes closed and unsure who will be targeted next. Just a few days before this attack, vigilantes in Latana were ambushed, their vehicles were burned, locals fled into nearby bushes, abandoning their homes in panic. And before that, a POS operator named Yaman was kidnapped. Two children of another POS agent were taken. A well-known agrochemical dealer nicknamed Alhaji Chemical was also abducted. Like, I'm asking myself, what does all these things mean? These aren't just random crimes anymore. It's becoming a security meltdown, a breakdown of law and order. The people are crying now, not just for help, but for decisive action from the state and the federal government. And the community are voicing and saying, we are no longer safe in our homes. Even our local vigilantes are being overwhelmed. We feel abandoned by our leaders. And efforts to reach the Kwara State Police Command were unsuccessful, as the command spokesman, SP Adetun, did not respond to calls or messages, raising more questions about government response and accountability. Now, these bandits are innocent people at night in Kwara North. They kidnapped a big phone seller, a woman, and killed someone. These criminals are doing it without fear because the police and soldiers are not stopping them. People can't sleep at night. They are scared and want the government to protect them. The police are not talking and nothing is being done fast enough. Like, we need to start talking about the insecurity in the land. It's becoming too much. We need to share this video, share this live. Let the government know that Kwara North is bleeding. So guys, I want you guys to share this live and also drop your comment below so that the government will be aware that, oh, this is what is happening in Kwara North. Kwara is bleeding. The people are not just statistics. These people are fathers, mothers, business people who were adopted by this headsmen, by these bandits. Like, they should need to stop all the killings going on in Benue State, in Kwara State, in Plateau State, different places. We need to stop this. So let us take a look at what Sahara Reporters posted according to it. This is coming from Sahara Reporters. It says bandits attack three Kwara communities, abduct businessmen and women, and kill one. So let's dive into what Sahara Reporters posted. It says the latest attack occurred on Saturday night, deepening fears and highlighting the worst insecurity in the region, according to the Nopuka TV Lafaji. The Lafaji Emirates in Kwara North has suffered yet another wave of violent attacks as armed bandits launched coordinated assaults on three separate communities, abducting a prominent businessman and a woman and killing one person. The latest attack occurred on Saturday night, deepening fears and highlighting the worsening insecurity in the region, according to the Nopuk TV Lafaji. So reading on to the next thing that the Sarah reporter said, he said in Obubu community, the government stormed the area and kidnapped Alhaji Yahoo, a popular so guys, sorry for the network issue. So they said that when they found out that Alhaji Mani was not in his home during the invasion, what happened? The bandits now had to abduct his wife in his absence. So simultaneously, Echo Village has also came under attack. One resident was killed during the assault, while another person was adopted when another person was adopted, further escalating the human toll of attack. Like this is what is going on in Kwara State. They went as far as kidnapping people who they feel are the high profile people in the community. So reading on again to what our reporters posted, let's take a look at the next thing here. It says that the coordinated strikes across the three communities mark a troubling pattern of violence in Kwara North, where residents continue to live in fear amidst growing concerns over government inaction and security lapses. These latest attacks follow a string of violent incidents that have plunged communities in Kwara North into a state of constant fear. Just days earlier, vigilantes in Latana were ambushed, their vehicles set ablaze and terrified residents forced to flee their homes. Before that, a spate of adoption further underscored the region's deepening security crisis. Now, this is where I want to actually talk about. Now, if you notice what they said in this article, they said that before, just days earlier, vigilantes in Latana were ambushed, right? Not only that, their vehicles were also set ablaze. And the worst part is that because of what happened, they ambushed the vigilantes and they ran away. Even the soldiers who were deployed to come and protect these people, they ran away. The soldiers who were deployed to protect Kwara State, they ran away because of the bandits. It's like the bandits were able to overpower the soldiers, and that is why they took on their heels and they ran away. So because of that, the residents became even more terrified that if the people who were sent to them, if the security personnel sent to them were not able to overpower these bandits, it's not them that is going to be able to do it. So these people had to, the terrified residents now we are forced to flee their homes. I've showed you guys a video whereby what happened in Benue, the way people were leaving their homes, running away with their children, with little properties that they had. Like, that's to show you the kind of insecurity in Nigeria. There are so many IDP camps now in Nigeria. So many people are now homeless. People don't have a place to stay again. So many IDP camps in Nigeria. Go to Abuja, there's so many IDP camps. You will see so many people that don't have a house to stay. So they said that before that, a spate of adoption further underscored the region's deepening security crisis. So let's just take a look at the next thing here. It says that before that, a spate of abduction further underscored the region's deepening security crisis. One man, a POS agent, was also kidnapped along two children of another POS operator in Lafaji, while a well-known agrochemical dealer, Alhaji Chemical, was also seized by gunmen. The growing frequency and the brutality of this assault have sparked renewed calls for urgent and decisive action from both state and federal security agencies. Residents across the Lafaji Emirates and surrounding areas are living in fear, demanding protection from the heavily armed bandit group that continue to terrorize them. These people are saying that they are not afraid concerning what is happening. This heavy armed bandit group that continues to terrorize them has brought fear into them. So they say that residents across the Lafaji Emirates and surrounding areas are living in fear, demanding protection from the heavily armed bandit group that continue to terrorize their communities and threaten their livelihood. Attempts to get a response from the State Police Command were unsuccessful, as the spokesperson SP Adetun Ajeri Adeyemi neither answered phone calls nor responded to a text sent to her. So, for what everything that happened there is like the abductees were not just random villagers. You get, the people that they abducted were not just random, they were well-known people in the community. These people are well-known, like they feel that these people have money, they have influence. So the first person was what? Alhaji Yahoo, which is a top phone dealer with wide influence. And the second person is Alhaji Mani's wife. Her adoption was a direct message of power. Another person was Alhaji Chemical, who was kidnapped earlier. He was a major agro dealer. So, this suggests bandits are intentionally targeting people with money or influence, either for ransom or to paralyze local economics. That is what is going on. So these attacks are not just about kidnapping, they're about spreading fear. By hitting multiple communities at once, the bandits show they are organized, connected, and bold. These people do not only hit one particular community, they hit three particular community at once. It shows that, oh, those people were really organized when they were so bold. Why coming for this? Now, these people were burning vehicles, killing innocent people, and attacking vigilantes. It's meant to weaken morale and destroy community trust. By that alone, the community self is supposed to be living in fear, and the fact that then the people who are deployed to save them, they took on their heels. It shows that, oh, the people have lost trust in the security personnel. There is no visible increase in police patrols or military presence despite repeated attacks. Security agencies have failed to act on patterns even when the attackers' movements are similar. Local informants say that security officers often arrived hours after the damage is done, sometimes even days later. That is what local informants were saying. They were saying that sometimes these security officers, they used to arrive late or even arrive they used to arrive hours after the damage is done. Sometimes they even arrive days later. With according to what happened, they said that with traders, POS agents, and agro dealers being adopted, local economy is crashing. People are now afraid to open their shop. Cash movement is now risky. Farmers are avoiding the market. Fear of adoption now affects food supply, local trade, and rural business activity. The worst part is that the people who they were adopted were people into business. So these people are actually into maybe farming and the rest, but they're actually so prominent in their community. That was the people they adopted. And now with this kind of thing, you find that local economy will start crashing. Yes, people will not be afraid to open their shop. Cash movement is now so risky. Farmers are now avoiding the market because of what is going on. Fear of adoption now affects food supply, local trade, and rural business activities. The families of the adopted are traumatized and left without support. Many residents are now relocating from their ancestral villages to cities, causing rural urban displacement. School children are now dropping out due to fear and instability. Community leaders say some children no longer attend classes. That is what they are saying because of what is going on. No public statement has come from state governor. From the state, no public statement has come from the state governor Abdul Rahim. There's no public statement that have come from him or federal lawmakers representing Kwara North concerning what just happened. There are suspicions of insider betrayal as attackers seem to have information about the victims' routines or whereabouts. Exactly, they are suspicious of insider betrayal. Like I feel that the people, there's some people in the community who are giving signals or information to these bandits, because you cannot just come and adopt people like that without some information. So definitely they have given us some suspicious insiders who have given these bandits information, as attackers seem to have information about the victims' routines and their whereabouts. Locals are beginning to lose faith in both elected officials and traditional rulers for not doing enough. The vigilantes are poorly equipped, mostly with old guns, machetes, and sticks. There's no drone surveillance or rapid response teams, and no communication network between communities. Bandits, on the other hand, are armed with sophisticated weapons, night vision tools, and motorcycles for fast escape. You see that the bandits are more equipped than the vigilantes. All they give the vigilantes is just old guns, machetes, and stick. But those bandits are well equipped, and they have motorcycles that they use and do their operation, and they move fast immediately. The motorcycle helps them for fast escape. You know, Kwara was once considered safe. Now, the same Kwara is now joining the ranks of terrorized states like Zamfara, Niger, and Kaduna. This trend reflects a nationwide collapse of rural security, where farming communities are less vulnerable. Some experts warn that if Kwara not forced completely, neighboring states like Kogi and Niger may also suffer spillover attack. That's one thing with it. Once a particular state has started suffering from insecurity, the other states, the other neighboring states like Kogi and Niger, they may still start suffering their own attack because the neighboring states just started suffering. That is one thing with it. Now people are asking, who knows the next state they are going to attack? These people are now attacking every state. That's what they're doing. They're not attacking every state. And it's a pity that such a thing is happening. Some communities are now calling for the legal formation of community protection squads. They want to be armed, trained, and supported by the states since vigilantes are outmatched. Some of their communities, some of their youth are now saying that they want to be armed, they want to be trained and supported by the states since the vigilantes are now outmatched. You know, without this, locals want that they may resort to self-help, which would escalate violence and lead to civil conflict. This is no longer just a security issue. This is a human rights crisis, an economic meltdown, and a test of government responsibility. If we do not raise our voices for Kwara North today, tomorrow another village will be erased in silence. So if you don't raise our voice now concerning the insecurity, tomorrow now you will hear that, oh, another village has been attacked again. And it's so bad. So guys, I want you guys to just listen to what Barrister Darlington have to say about the insecurity in the land, as well as what is going on in Nigeria, and I'll be right back.
If we don't get angry with this thing, it will not get away.
I will back to analyze.
There is a proverb in my place that if you have rashes on your buttocks and you are covering it, the thing will continue to fester. But when you expose it, shame will allow you to stay there, it will go away. Why is it that each time Tinubu want to address this, he will not mention names? You mean up till now, Tinubu does not know who is causing this problem in Nigeria. Up till now, they don't know. Up till now, they don't know. They don't call them out. I expected Tinubu to call all the Fulani leaders, to call their people to order. That is the way to go. Buhari is there. He knows all this is. He kept quiet. If Nigerians were to be killing Fulani the way they are killing other people, wouldn't Buhari talk? Esther, wouldn't Buhari talk? They kept quiet because they are the one killing other people. You heard all the statements they have made concerning Benue, especially telling Benue people they must do this before peace can reign. Imagine terrorists giving condition in Nigeria where Tinubu is the president.
He said so because we killed 200 people in Benue State, and so what? Is that why you people are crying and complaining? You are going to crying and complaining. You are going to social media to complain. What you saw is just small. People have been writing that you will chase Fulani out of Benue State.
Yeah, that one is rubbish.
But now you are the ones crying. How many of our cows were killed? How many of our people were killed in the bushes and in the Aruga settlements that you are crying over the killing of mere 200 people? So what? You have not seen anything yet. Almighty. I can kill 150 for one of my cows killed. For me, it's an eye for an eye. If you offend me, I don't wait. I take my vengeance immediately. I have stopped thinking twice. I don't forgive or forget. You do me, I revenge as a Fulani of the forest. Killing a human being who offends me or kills my cow is nothing to me. There is no killing that is difficult for me to carry out to avenge my cow or any wrong done to me. We have not even started, and you people are crying already. You will soon see what we are going to do.
He even added something. He said the Fulanis are not government. He said Fulanis are not government. Maybe if government doesn't want to take action, they themselves, they don't waste time. Esther, thank God you are reading this thing now. Nigerians, you can see what we are talking about. You can see. I told him the true story. That is farmer header class. What kind of farmer header class?
They are still running with that narrative.
Can you just imagine? All because the president said it himself. That is farmer header class.
President, did you know that 11 states, because of the resurgence and in killing spree across the nation, 11 states are taking steps to commence ranching as a way to address the age-long violence clashes.
That is not the problem. I told you here, that thing will not work. Esther, even if you give these people a sort of to rear their cattle, they will not agree. That is not what they want. I told Tinubu here when he started this cattle whatever ranch, it will not work. That's not what they want.
Are you sure? But said, the states that are ready to commence the ranching are Lagos. Wait, listen, Lagos, Plateau, Ondo, Zamfara, Bauchi, Delta, Niger, Kano, Jigawa, Nasarawa, and Anambra states. They said the development comes against the surge in killings in Benue and Plateau communities linked to armed headers because of the killings of over 200 persons last week. So, Barrister, this ranching has been something that has been touted since the administration of Muhammadu Buhari. But the fear is that when you give these individuals opportunities to ranch, they take over the settlements.
Have I not told you that that's not what they want?
So what
listen very well.
Okay.
During Buhari, when they were pretending to gullible Nigeria that they want to solve the problem, Niger State said they should come and all the land, whatever they need, they provide it. It happened. I discussed it. The Kano State said they should come if they are looking for land. Because that was the first thing they started making noise, that they need land, no place. Kiniko. I said, look at these people, pretenders. Esther, they are, at least Niger State is on the temperate region. It's not in the desert or whatever. So whatever you want to do there, Esther, Niger State is the size of the entire southwest. Can you just imagine? South, come. Esther, did they listen to them? Did they listen to them? I'm asking you. So if land is their problem, this one that they are offered to them on a platter of gold, Kogi State did the same thing. Kogi State is the size of the entire southeast, Esther. I hope you are listening to me.
I'm listening to you, sir.
Kogi State is the size of the entire southeast of 5 states. So what land are you looking for you cannot find in this place, Esther? Please tell me. Is the Kogi State in the desert? No, tell me. To tell you that these people are pretenders, I can use it to build a new city for Fulanis. So that whether you're a Fulani man from the moon, from the outer space, from wherever, from inner Mongolia, outside Mongolia, if you enter Nigeria, you go there. Since they are your people, you can be comfortable there without any problem. Esther, I made that suggestion here. That Buhari have the opportunity. Since they listen to him, go and do this. You have enough land to rehabilitate these people. Esther, did anybody listen to me? No. Hey. So why do you think that this ranching? What are you talking about? The agenda is temple. Look at what somebody said with his mouth. Only not for what he did. They almost killed the autumn in the same Benue, a governor, elected governor, and they come out to tell you how they did it. Yet no arrest was made, Esther. No arrest. Oh my! Look, look, you see these people, the way they are doing this, they will cause problem, Esther. I'm not joking. Collect their village, collect their farmland, and rename the village. The most annoying thing from Nigeria, at least the securities you have told us to, they said that these people are not from Nigeria. So what are you doing? Esther, what are they doing? You can see how Tinubu is going to win 2027, Abi. That you allow people to come into Nigeria and be killing Nigerians, and you want those Nigerians to come and vote for you in 2027. How can that be? Esther, how can that be? With this level of insecurity, Tinubu is still campaigning for 2027. Is it possible? No, tell me, is it possible? These are the things that make other leaders in other countries resign from office. You don't need to be told. You don't resign on your own because you have failed. You have failed. How can you go for
ranching be established in their own home base?
I am telling you.
When you set up a ranching facility, water, the feed stock, everything is provided there by the state government. I'm sorry to say, I know that everyone has the freedom to move from one location to the other. Must they reside in other cities, in other states?
Esther, look,
do they have to travel across board?
Look, discussing this matter is very annoying on its own.
No, we have to, Barrister Darlington, because tomorrow you hear of another killing. You can hear one of them who came on social media to boast. I'm expecting that the DSS will drill this individual and not just go and catch innocent Nigerians because the president has given you a timeline. Without proper security, Barrister Darlington, your economy will definitely not thrive. That one is for sure. And not with the external situation going on now with Israel, Iran, the US. Obviously, we know that Nigeria relies heavily on import. We import a lot of things. So if anything happens that there's going to be a constraint in a disbursing of crude oil or having to import crude oil, there's a volatility in the country. So can we actually afford any of this particular misdemeanor? Can we afford it? What is the immediate solution? Imagine you're advising the president. What should be applied to curtail this? This is wrong. This is bad.
When a man does not want your advice, what he's doing is his mind. Tinubu is after 2027.
You cannot say so.
I said
if you don't have a people, if you don't have a people, what's 2027?
It doesn't matter. 2 people can vote him into office. Two people.
It's not possible.
Apparently,
Nigerians to allow that.
Are you serious? Look at what he said in Benue. Does it mean that Tinubu wants to solve this problem?
They kept saying that he doesn't have the political will to resolve this.
Okay. Am I lying?
So the resurgence has become so incessant. According to them, they feel that there are certain elements who are in the opposition or certain persons who are not happy with him who have decided to create this, they call it a facade of insecurity, so that it will seem like the president is incapable of actually resolving insecurity, which would be a major issue for him in terms of accumulating trust for his campaign in 2027. Now, my question is, if the presidency has realized that indeed there are certain persons whom we don't know, but maybe they know, that are actually trying to defame his administration, is this not an opportunity to take decisive action? Call out this, I'm sure with your security intelligence, what is the fear of calling these individuals out? What is the fear of publicly prosecuting them? If there is any inkling that an individual is named as the one who is galvanizing, why not call them out? Why are you afraid? What is the fear?
Esther, you know God works in a wonderful way. Initially in this country, did they not tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is the problem of Nigeria? Insecurity. In fact, if any husband and wife are fighting in Sokoto, is Nnamdi Kanu. If 2 farmers are quarreling in Zamfara, is Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbo people. Is that not what they were telling you here? Now, the truth has come out here. They cannot do anything. Esther, what does that tell you? Were you not here when they were everything is IPOB? Everything is IPOB. Is that not true? Even the answers that the youth came together to challenge police brutality, it was Nnamdi Kanu. Is that not true? Now that these ones have exposed themselves,
I've always said that the security problem here is created by the federal government. The day that they want the insecurity to finish, you see, it will end. I insist that it's federal government. They wanted to arrest Kanu. Did they not arrest him? They wanted to arrest Igboho. Where is he now? Is he not running away? Yeah. So if they want to end banditry and kidnappings and all that occasioned by Fulani people, it will be done. Why is the Fulani own exception? Why are they not arresting them? And they are everywhere. Everybody knows where they are. So the day that the presidency and the federal government want insecurity to end in this country, it will end.
Personally, the way this insecurity is being discussed, I don't like it. Seriously, we are not calling out names. We are not. I remember when they said Simon Ekpa is the problem in the status. All of us rose up, all Igbos. On this platform, I called his name out. I called him. Every Igbo man called out Simon Ekpa. It happened in this country until he was brought down in Finland. Why is it that when this is going on, we have never been able to name the people behind it? Deliberately, we avoid their name, we avoid their tribe, we avoid their religion, and that's why they have continued. You see that this person is the problem. Call him out. Why are we just discussing insecurity in general as if all Yorubas, all Igbos, all Niger Delta, they are all involved in insecurity? There is a particular ethnic group that don't want us to happen in this country. Call them out. Call them out. Let them know that we know that we are doing this thing. Stop it. Every time when they look at the people like Atiku and other talking, they don't know who is behind all this thing. Don't they know? Please don't they know? Have they called out their brothers who are behind all this and say, look, stop this thing you are doing? Under Buhari, what did he do for once? Meanwhile, we know that the Fulanis are behind all these things. And we say, we don't call Fulani. Then are you going to call me? What then are you going to call me? Hey, if you don't want to discuss, let us leave it now. Let them continue what they are doing. Why are you people hiding the truth somewhere? The Fulani, I don't know where they come, but they are Fulanis. They want to invite them into this country to come and kill us, and their brothers are aware. The people that invited them are aware. So why are they complaining that we have insecurity? And you cannot tell that you are behind this. It is you. It is you that brought this in. Why not go and call that your mad dog? Because it's the owner of the mad dog that will call the mad dog to order.
It's interesting that but right now it's not a northerner that is in office. So why? I mean, Atiku also said something. He said, look, that the president should take decisive action. So Atiku is saying take decisive action.
Good.
Why do you think the president is not doing so?
I have just told you here. Jonathan did the same thing. What happened? It was part of the reasons why the North hated Jonathan. You and I saw what happened now. Okay, what effort have the Northerners made? Yeah, this thing is very right in their region there. Mr. Moses, tell me that definite effort, frontal effort the Northerners have made concerning this particular group of people.
It's not about the Northerners.
It is about
the Northerners are not the president is not from the North. The president is being called upon to take decisive action.
Are you serious?
Shouldn't the president take decisive action as against us looking at the North?
No, let them start it. The same way he told Muftan to take control of what is going on there. You think if Tinubu should take that action you are talking about now, he will remain in that office? Hold on. Or you think we don't know what is going on? It has become a weapon of what? Demand. Whenever you are not dancing to their tune, they will unleash this mad dog against you. They need to Jonathan now. But now we shy away from the truth here. It has become a weapon of demand. If you don't give up, they will allow the power boy to do whatever. You have what Sheikh Gumi said here. That anybody that attack the bandits, in fact, there are good and bad bandits. No, but
when you're limiting it to, they will unleash them to attack people. Now, recall that this attack does not just happen in one place. It is now cutting across every part of the nation. It's happening in Sokoto State. It's happening in Zamfara. You bring it back again to Ondo. It's happening also in Ebonyi. And Plateau.
You are talking.
Why are we limiting it?
Who are the people doing all these attacks everywhere? Fina, who are the people spreading all this terror all over the country? Who are the people? You can see now, you can't even answer. You can see. Why can't you call them people to order? Why can't you call them to order? They are the ones doing all this all over the place. Their people are aware. You think they don't know what they are doing? They kill one of them and see their reaction.
Let us get something.
Get it clear.
What we are asking is it in the place of Atiku? Is it in the place of Northern Elders Forum? Is it in the place of Iowa Consultative Forum to stop terrorism in the north, in the country? Or is it in the place of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
As it is now, since they don't want anybody to touch them, then they should do something about it.
So are you saying that they are more powerful than the Nigerian state?
Mr. Okoro, who brought them
under the control of the president?
Who brought them here? Is it not a fact that they are the ones that brought them here? Is it not a fact? Is it not a fact? They should return them where they brought them now so that you can have peace.
Who should return them? Are they the ones that should return them? Or the president?
It is the people because they have used it to intimidate the Nigerian state. That is why whenever they operate, nobody arrest them, nobody say anything.
Are you saying that the Nigerian state is more like overwhelmed?
Ask Tinubu, you heard what Sheikh Gumi told you, that anybody that attack them, they will not vote for him.
Barrister Dani, is not more powerful than the entire Nigerian state.
I don't like you to go through that. So when you know the truth, don't shy away from it. They have already said it. They have said it. That was part of the arrangement.
Why don't you just react directly to the question? Do you think the North, are you saying that the northern elites are more powerful than the Nigerian state?
Do you need anybody to tell you that? They have said it. What? Look, oh my God. Mr. Moses, please, let us not shy away from the truth. They are. Pure evil, they are. They are proving it in so many ways. Mention anything that involves any of them that was taken serious in this country. Mention anything that they have done and they did not get away with it. Mention. And you are still asking question. They have told you. No, not now. In the popular Nigerians.
I want to ask the question. In your opinion now, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot curtail the activities of these killer hunters or headsmen or bandits or Lakurawa or Boko Haram or whatever you choose to call them.
When it involves them or they are there, Tinubu cannot do anything. We have seen it. If not, are you telling me that if this killing in Plateau has happened anywhere close to the south here, you mean Tinubu would have not reacted, Abi? Are you serious? No, answer that question now. Since you are trying to defend or indefensible, yeah.
No, I'm not defending.
So I'm telling you that yes, it is not just. They are playing to be the one of Nigeria. They have said it. They play to be that's why they do whatever with impunity and arrogance, violating our laws.
Barrister, check the reaction that we got from what happened in Uromi in Edo State. There was also killings in Edo State. There was also killings also in Enugu State, in Amufu to be precise, and what happened also in Uzowani. And what reactions have we actually gotten from the president? With all these pockets of killings that we've recorded.
You said what reaction? You only react when it has to do with you here, or you just keep quiet. and he only keep quiet when the people that are having upper hand. I say go and kill one Fulani herdsman.
Nice. Go and kill one person. One more question before we move away from this conversation. The president, when he declared a state of emergency on Rivers State, he did say that the governor did not come to ask him to declare the state of emergency. In fact, he was taking it upon himself to declare the state of emergency, seeing that things had degenerated in the state. Now the president is being called upon by different actors to declare a state of emergency in areas where there is insecurity. Do you think he should declare a state of emergency?
Did you even see the statement he put out when the first killing happened in Plateau? He said that it is an age-long thing. I reacted over that statement just a few days ago. It is an age-long thing, so you cannot solve the problem. That there is not a question of insecurity. You had all this.
You said we cannot solve the problem. Did you say that?
Yes, now that is when you said that the government should take over for a serious matter.
Okay, like interpreting that.
Yes, now that is it. Something that it's your responsibility to protect life and property. That's what you want to. And now something has happened, and you are not telling the government who you know have no power to even command the CP, the commissioner of police in the state, and you are asking go and do something. Go and do something. Is that how to solve the problem? The one that you took over in Rivers State, who called you to come and declare state of emergency? Who called you? Who told you? Now that there is a backlash,
is it okay? Is it okay to now say that protecting oil pipelines and protecting certain infrastructure is more important to the leaders in Nigeria than protecting the lives of Nigerians?
So what do you think before?
Is that accurate?
It is very, very accurate. Very, very accurate, because that was even the real reason. He said that a pipeline was busted by on Fubara's watch, and he did it as if Fubara is responsible for protecting the pipelines. Okay. So when you look at all this, look, what I'm saying is that I have told you here that before this week will run out. I said it on Monday. Is that not true? That more will happen because you have not been able to call out those behind all these things.
Okay.
If those things they gave you from Dubai, there are people from Igbo land or Yoruba land. Do you think that this wouldn't have been made open? No, answer me. So when you see all this, why are we not covering it and pretending as if it's a general issue? No, it is specific.
Okay.
It is targeted. The governor said it from Plateau that this is what ethnic cleansing. So why are you calling it as if it's a general matter?
Indeed.
How many of them are going to clean out the Kano State and Katsina?
One more.
Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang, he say now big men now that they cause the problem of security we get for the country, say because they use their position, they divide and rule the community there. And when they don't divide and rule the community everywhere now, this one go to fight this one. Instead of them to unite together, they'll call they fight each other. So now they cause the security problem we they face for the country. In talk this one for instance one security.
So, my people, you guys have listened to what Barrister Darlington said concerning the insecurity in Nigeria, as well as what happened in Kwara State of recent, which took place on Saturday. Now, on behalf of that Kwara, the thing that happened in Kwara State, I feel that sources in Kwara not claim that millions of naira are being paid in ransom, but it's kept quiet out of fear. So families sell their land, empty life savings, and borrow from others just to pay back their beloved ones. This creates a criminal industry where bandits get richer, use the money to buy better weapons, and target even more people. The fear of attack has made nurses and health workers abandon clinics in remote villages. Women are giving birth at home without skilled help. Emergency care for gunshot victims is almost non-existent, meaning people die from treatable injuries. Like, this is so bad. Because of this insecurity, it has contributed to a lot in Nigeria, in the sense that people now run away. And when there's insecurity in a particular state, you find out that people will be leaving the community, right? Even the nurses that are supposed to be treating people who injured, So guys, sorry for the network issue. So looking at what is really happening here, you find out that many people Even the healthcare workers, the clinic, they have all left the villages. The villages they assign to them as, okay, let's go to this village, let's help these people out, because it's a rural something. You find out that they were going to even run away, so because of their life. You find out that many women, they will no more be hospitals, they will no more be nurses to help them again. Some residents fear the attacks are not just for ransom, but part of a larger plan to chase certain ethnic or religious group from their land. If not properly managed, this could spark ethnic violence or mental attack, especially in the multi-ethnic areas of Kwara North. Farmers in Guyi Dabi, Bugu, Eko, and Latana have abandoned their farms for fear of being kidnapped or killed. This could lead to food shortages, rising prices, and increased poverty in Kwara State and beyond. Just like I told you guys about this ethnic, I won't even say it's an ethnic, I would say it's terrorists that are attacking these farmers, to be honest. And the way they're attacking our farmers, I'm saying that the way they attack our people in farm is going to bring, it's going to lead to food shortage, rising price, and increase in poverty. Like I told you guys, insecurity is what is causing food increase. Is what is causing rising prices in foodstuff. Yes, insecurity is what is causing it. Some displaced people are now squatting in towns like Ilorin or moving to Abuja and Lokoja for safety. That is what some people are now doing. People that ran away from their state, Kwara State, they're now going to Ilorin or Abuja or Lokoja for safety, because they can't really stay in Kwara State again because of insecurity. Some residents fear that teenagers who are jobless, hopeless, may be recruited by bandit group in exchange for money, food, or protection. This means banditry could grow from a threat into a generational crisis if the government does not act swiftly. Like, and also, all these teenagers, like I told you guys that many people are saying that it's the government that is sponsoring these bandits, with weapons and guns. But for me, I'm going to say this: the people that the government normally use are people who don't go to school, and all these people, teenagers who are jobless. For it, they will recruit them, weaponize them, and tell them to be causing violence in the country, and which is so bad. And according to they say some residents fear that teenagers who are jobless and hopeless may be recruited by bandits group in exchange for money, food, or protection. This means banditry could grow from a threat into a generational crisis if the government does not act swiftly. There's no security alert system in place for villagers to warn nearby communities during attack. Mobile network coverage is poor, and even when attack starts in one area, no help reaches others on time. A modern alert system could have saved life, but so far nobody has built one. This will show you the kind of what people are really suffering in their villages, what people are really suffering in their communities. The government is not helping matters at all. The government is not even building a modern alert system or even mobile network coverage. Some community members suspect that certain security officers and politicians may be profiting from the ongoing insecurity, either by collecting bribes or looking away intentionally. Locals are complaining of being forced to pay police or soldiers before any action is taken, even during emergency. While people in Ilorin, Lagos, Abuja go about their daily life, they are unaware of the level of horror happening in rural Kwara. There's a growing disconnection between rural suffering and urban media attention, creating an invisible crisis. Like platforms like Nepoko TV are risking their lives to tell these stories because mainstream media wounds. Local emirs and village heads are being criticized by their people for being too silent. Some are accused of being scared to speak out, others secretly negotiating with kidnappers. The traditional institutions are now seen as either weak or compromise, with many youths calling for new leadership. As Nigeria approaches future election, there are fears that bandit network could be used as political tools. Some insiders believe political figures may be fueling insecurity to weaken rival strongholds in parts of Kwara North. This raises questions about the intersection between violence and power in Nigeria. Now, according to the testimony of one of the witnesses, he said, "We were sleeping when gunshots started. We ran into the bush and stayed till morning. They took my brother and told us to bring 10 million naira or forget him. The police came 2 days after the attack. So what is the point?" These are what people are really saying. These are what people are talking about. This is what people are saying that the police are doing, that are not always coming on time. In a particular situation like this, the police are not always early. He said that they were sleeping when gunshots when gunshot started, they said they ran into the bush and they stayed till morning. Then they took his brother and told them to bring 10 million naira or forget his brother. When they did know that after everything that happened, the police came 2 days after the attack. So what is the point? That's what people are asking. That the police are not even doing their work. This is beyond crime. This is a humanitarian crisis. We must demand answers. We must amplify this voice. If you care about the lives of ordinary Nigerians, please share this life. To be honest, if you really care about the lives of ordinary Nigerians who are suffering, please share this life. And you ask yourself, why is Kwara not like left to die in silence? Why are all these northern all these places that the Nigerian government have banned, why are they allowed to die in silence? Because if you notice, the insecurity in the land is becoming too much, especially in this northern side. Insecurity is too much, and the worst part that the government, the people in power, are not doing anything about it. That is just it. So, the survivors and family members are left to deal with trauma on their own. Children who witness shootings or abductions are emotionally damaged but have no access to therapy or counseling. The government has made no public effort to provide trauma care, even as the attack even increases. Many of these abductions, women and girls are the most vulnerable. Yes, in this abduction, women and girls are the most vulnerable. You guys heard that they were looking for the man. They couldn't get the man, so they had to adopt his wife. After being kidnapped, some of them are into sexually, some of them are sexually assaulted or forced into marriage by bandits. That is it. That's the fear of all those things. Some of them, after being kidnapped, they now force them sexually. They just sexually assault them or force them into marriage by bandits. When they return, they face stigma and shame, and many are never even the same again. That is just the problem. The police outposts in many affected villages are unmanned or under-equipped. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defence Corps is largely absent in most rural areas. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defence Corps, they are largely absent in most rural areas. And when I know come to think of this, if the police could not even do their work and they ran away, even the soldiers ran away, is it not the Nigerian Security Civil Defence Corps that will not be able to do their work? Is it not them? So, the community leaders say appeals to state governors. The community leaders are started appealing to the state governor over the way they have turned deaf ear on what is really happening in Kwara State. So the Emetekun style security outfit, which works in part of the southwest, does not exist in Kwara North. All these things, they say, okay, let's organize a particular security group. It doesn't exist in Kwara. It doesn't exist. So I feel that they need to, even the Kwara people say that they will soon restore to self-defense since the police are not really doing their work well for them. So many attackers seem too accurate to be to coincident. Like these attackers, they know when the victims are home, they know where money or valuables are kept. The security is like when security is weak. Now the question is, who are giving them information? That's what we should be asking ourselves. So definitely they must have been an insider who is giving the information, because in fact they adopted the most prominent people, like people who have influence in the community. And they not just attack one community, they attack 3 communities at once. It shows that these people were really prepared and they were organized. Why coming? That is it. These people were really organized. Why coming? And now, if time is not taken, if care is not taken, if care is not really taken, if something happened in a particular state and the government does not take action immediately to stop the insecurity, you find out that other states, that's the borders with other states, will soon start facing attack too. That is just it. Kwara North shares borders with Niger State and parts of Kogi. These regions are also under attack, and bandits freely cross state lines without detection. There is no joint patrol, no border checkpoints, and no inter-state security collaboration to trap or block attackers. Since this attack, no strong statement has come from the Kwara State Governor or the Senator representing Kwara North or the Minister of Police Affairs or Minister of Defence. Their silence is deafening, leading people to ask, do we only matter during elections? Hey, this is where the question comes in. People are not asking, do they only matter during election? That's only when they will remember the northerners. Oh, because the election has come, they're not remembering the northerners. But when it comes to insecurity, they don't care. They don't care about the northerners. They don't care if anything happens to them. And you guys are hearing what they're saying, that they need to start they need to restore to self-defense, since the police people are not doing anything about it, because they cannot just keep folding their arms and watch these people, by them. Just recently, something happened in Something happened in River State in Ogoni. Take a look at what really happened. This happened in River State, Ogoni.
Why is it that ever since Ogonis has been killed, nobody, police have not made any arrest. There has been no arrest, nobody has been arrested. We should go on dialogue with our killers, and we should go engage our killers. Why the people that killed us are living peacefully? And you know to go and engage. Sir, at this point, you are not being realistic.
I won't say more than that. I will deliver their message to the Commissioner of Police. But my AC will want to chip in 1 or 2 words too.
A call for justice and protection of Ogoniland. We, the concerned citizens of Ogoniland, are compelled to raise our voice against the growing wave of violence and insecurity perpetrated by Fulani herdsmen within our communities. The recent attack in Yokuru, Ebubu, Sogo, Weke, which have resulted in the tragic loss of our innocent lives, have pushed our collective patience to its limits. This act of aggression is unacceptable or are unacceptable. We have endured enough. Immediately, we demand the immediate, unconditional departure of our Fulani herdsmen from Ogoniland. Yes, that continued presence pose a grave threat to the peace and security of our people. Yeah. Should this be ignored? Repeat. Should this be ignored? No. And I repeat again. Should this be ignored? No. We will be left with no choice. We will be left with no option but to defend ourselves. Yes. It will be clearly stated. Any further attack on the lands of the Ogoni people will no longer be reported to the Nigerian police and the security agencies. Yes. The people of Ogoni will resort to self-help and self-defense. Yes.
It's not like the CP is avoiding you. He feels your pains. You understand? But the issue is that CP has been making frantic effort to make sure that all these problems are nipped on the bud. One, there are these herdsmen, farmers, and stakeholders town hall meeting going on in Okehi, Andoni, Axis, and so many other local governments. They are going around local government by local government, and they do this in conjunction with various sole administrators of those particular LGAs. So these are steps CP has taken in resolving some of these crises. Perhaps they might not have reached around the Ogoni axis. But if not for the fact that the area commander is now on leave, Area Commander Buri, maybe you people wouldn't have been here. He would have addressed this issue. And we are making all effort to ensure that we arrest these perpetrators. Today, there is operation going in at Agbonchia Forest. As I am talking to you, this operation is still against the killers in River State.
So you guys listen to what happened. This is an attack that happened in River State, Ogoni, and the people came out to say that they cannot keep folding their arms. That in fact, if any attack happen in River State again, that they're going to resort to self-defense. You guys know what it means. Self-defense can actually lead to even a civil war. It can lead to a civil war. So that is what people are saying, and the same thing that the River people of Ogoni are saying is what Kwara people are planning to do now, because I found out that the police are not always doing their work, and the soldiers who they deployed for them are running away from attack. So they just have to resort to self-defense to protect themselves. That is what they want to do. That is just what they want to do, because what happened on Saturday night was really bloody. Like, they fired a lot of people. They abducted, I think, they abducted 3 people. They abducted 3 people, and I think they said they killed 1. Yeah. They adopted 3 people and killed 1. Like, now, everybody now, because of this now, it's going to bring fear. It's going to bring fear in Kwara State. Because tell me, how will people be feeling now, knowing fully well that they are not safe? Everyone in that area now is now afraid to sleep at night. They don't know who the bandits will come for next. People are running away from the villages. The schools, shop, farms, everything is being abandoned. This attack are not one time. They are happening again and again. That is just a big problem. Just a few days ago, bandits burnt village vigilante cars in Latana. That was just a few days ago, before they now came and adopted these 3 Kwara communities. They even kidnapped a POS agent and his children in Lafagi. took a chemical seller called Alahadi Chemical. This shows that no one is safe. Business people, women, farmers, even children. Now, the question is, where is the government? The people are crying for help, but nothing has been done. The police are not responding fast. Anytime something happens, the police are always late to come. Even the police are running away from the attack. People that they were deployed to protect the people are now running away from the attack. So who knows next? Who knows where these bandits will attack next? That is just the fear. And we keep asking, where is the government? Why are they doing anything about it? The governors and the senators are so quiet. When journalists call the police spokesman, she did not even pick or reply. Imagine. They were even calling the police spokesperson, and the woman did not pick. If you listen to the article that our reporters posted, they said that the police spokesperson, she did not even pick or reply the call. Now, this is the bigger problem. This is where the problem starts. Fear everywhere. People can't sleep in peace again. No farming. Farmers are leaving their lands. This means less food and higher prices. Because definitely, if we have only one farmer in Nigeria, the person is going to increase prices of his goods. No businesses, traders are closing shop, even POS people are running away. That is what insecurity has done to us in Nigeria. Children are no longer going to school. Parents are scared to send them out. Who knows? Who knows where the bandits will attack again? People are not paying ransom. Families are selling their land and borrowing money to free their loved ones from these terrorists. They're not borrowing money. If I tell you how much Nigeria has spent in insecurity, especially this ransom of a thing, is enough to build industries and develop Nigeria. No one to protect them. Even the local vigilantes are trying, but they don't have strong weapons. Some even lost their lives. You guys said it. They said that before the attack, that even before this attack now, they even burnt vigilantes bosses. The local vigilantes are trying to help, but they don't have enough weapon. They don't have enough weapon like the way the bandits are well equipped with weapons. Even some of them even lose their lives. And if all these things continue, if this thing still continues and the government does not do anything about it, if the government does not speak up or do anything about insecurity in Nigeria, if Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the government of Kwara does not do something now, if this keep continuing, then more people will be killed or kidnapped. The village will be empty. People will run away from Kwara State. Hunger will increase in the area. Even bandits will grow stronger and spread to other places in Kwara or even Niger or Kogi. Now, many people are now coming out. The residents are coming and tell us that we are no longer safe in our homes. We want the army and police to come to our villages. Our leaders are doing nothing. The people in Kwara North are in danger. Bandits are attacking them, killing, kidnapping, and collecting money. They are crying for help, but the government is not answering. If you don't speak up now, more lives will be lost, and one day it may spread to other places. We need to talk now. Let us not just wait until this happens on our area. We need to share this light so that the Nigerian government, will know that okay, Kwara really need help. They really need help. This fight for the safety of our brothers and sisters in Kwara North, as well as other places like in Benue, Nigeria must protect all these, also in the villages. Nigeria must protect all the people. Enough is enough. What those bandits are doing, enough. Enough is enough. These people cannot just keep chasing people away from their father's land, from the ancestral land. They're chasing them away. People don't have any place to go again. Just this is what actually happened in Benue State because of people. The women got tired and they had to even stage a protest. They staged a protest on the highway because of things that was going on. Just watch this video, guys. This was what happened in Benue State because of the insecurity. And very soon now, Kwara people will still start protesting because they're really tired. They're not tired of the insecurity. Guys, just watch this video and I'll be right back.
Our government are not doing the right thing. They have blocked the road now. Ataga Makode.
So, guys, this was happening in Benue State. The women came out to protest concerning the insecurity in Benue State. After that attack happened, they were saying enough is enough. So, if care is not taken, this thing that the Benue women did, that's what Kwara women will also do, because they can't just keep and fold their arms and watch the Fulani people by them. And like we need a revolution now. We need to make sure that insecurity ends in Nigeria. You see why people are saying that they won't even vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027, because this is 2 years of him in power and still insecurity is stopping every day. We keep hearing of insecurity everywhere, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not done anything about it. He has not said anything about the insecurity or looking for a way to stop the insecurity, and he's coming out to contest for 2027 election. How many people are saying that they cannot, after all this insecurity, and still vote for him, because he has not actually done anything for the people. He has not stopped insecurity, which is the major problem in Nigeria. So why would they still want him to come for another tenure? Like, guys, everybody is not tired. And the worst part is that these bandits are well equipped with weapons. More than I don't even know if I would say that our soldiers are not really well equipped because of what is going on. I don't even know if I'll say okay, our soldiers are not really well equipped, that all these bandits are more equipped than them. Even the vigilante group who are trying to protect the people of Kwara State, they burnt down their buses and vehicles. Like, many people started even saying that the police people, anytime you tell the police people to come maybe an attack happened and you call the police people to come, they will come late. They will even come 2 days after the attack. And if you notice, it's only the vigilante people, because they understand that their family is here, so they do every possible means to protect their family. They understand that my family is in this community, so they just do every possible means to protect them. But the police does not care, because their family is not there, maybe, or probably they don't just want to come, or probably their family is not even in Kwara State. And it's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad that such a thing is happening. To be honest, we need to start now, and and fight insecurity, because if not, if we don't fight insecurity, it gets worse day by day. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share, and turn on the notification bell to get all the latest news in this channel. So guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys again in my next live section.